And man, oh man, oh man. Week 13, week 13, week 13.
Mhm.
Talk about it, Jern.
Well, as I get myself camera ready, as we call it, and I'm making sure that we are together, I can tell you that this has been a very intriguing year of gridiron. Yes, we call it the gridiron. So I want to know what I want to know more than anything else is I want to see a couple of things today. More and more importantly, I know we're right now currently 12 Eastern. So I know we got a selection crew, a selection committee who's going to be picking the four teams that should probably be in the college football final. So that's going to be something interesting we're going to have going on. We got Prime, leaving the HBCU, and people are being upset about it.
Man, you know what? Let's stop right there. As you see, I'm a proud dad of HBCU student. So I'm from HBCU. Basically, family is from there. But the fact of the matter is, you can't fault a person from doing something to being better himself. I don't care if it's any job. It's any job. Most of the people ain't gonna be at their job no more than 4 or 5 years. If they good, they ain't gonna be no more than 3. How long Prime with them? 3 years. He got that. Man, you know what this remind me of? This remind me of the Memphis Tigers and Coach Calipari.
Well,
same thing happened. Not as far as like allegations or whatever, but he put this. He got Jackson State right there. He got them national promise. Like ESPN coming to do game day there. That's how big that was. And now he didn't kickstart it. Now it's up to you to uphold it. He can't stay there long like that. He can't stay there. So, man, a lot of y'all be talking, and y'all really ain't like that, man. Y'all need to stop. Y'all really ain't like that, man. In real life, y'all really not like that. Y'all do that stuff because y'all be on the internet, man. Yeah, y'all stop trying to put this persona on y'all selves like y'all really like that on the internet, man. Because a lot of y'all I can visit, and y'all not like that. Be happy for that man. I'm sorry. We gotta say it. We on the show that we can say it. Black people kill black people. Bottom line. Black people kill black people. We got to stop it. Let's learn how to congratulate and show love and give flowers while we on this land of the living today. This is a Sunday, man. We too busy thrashing and making provocative memes and dissing ourselves than uplifting and keeping ourselves motivated. And then when somebody goes to that route to motivate somebody, as far as Black people, African American, we always look out the other side of the mirror, other side of the face, mirror, neck, wherever y'all want to look at, and y'all discredit it. Y'all talk about it because y'all on the freaking internet. But y'all would not say that. Y'all just want to be different just because of likes and comments. But the moral of this story is Black people kill Black people. Germ, next subject, please. I go all day on there, but next subject.
I just want to add one thing to this. The big thing that I want to add to this whole thing is when I say fake outrage is a good word to say, because I just want to know what be the problem with some of the stuff that be going on.
Jealousy.
What be the real issue?
It's jealousy. It's jealousy.
What's the reason for you being jealous?
That's what we do as Black people. We be jealous of one another. Why though? We don't have that answer. It is what it is. When you're born into this world as an African American, one thing you got to realize that people are going to be jealous of you, and you ain't got to do nothing to be jealous, to be being jealous for. That's it. That's in the handbook of Black people.
Well, Trev, as we know how things go. We know how all of these, we know how people are. So people are going to people, and that's cool. And I'm cool with that. But I want everybody to understand one thing here. One thing that's really, 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 really vitally important. At the end of the day, what makes a job attractive is resources and connections that come with the said job. If y'all can tell me 5 resources that he can get in the SWAC conference that he can't get in Colorado, and you can tell me 5 connections or so he can make in the SWAC conference that he can't make in Colorado, then we can have a conversation. Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
And what I see is, and the thing about
on a day like today, Trav, it's a bunch of imaginary players walking around here saying all this other stuff. But where we from, you have to understand that we don't always give or not always awarded the best opportunities. So we have to make opportunities for ourselves. And this is something that all of our people know, understand, or should understand by now. But if you don't understand this by now, that means you have simply chosen to turn your eye or turn a blind eye to the things that are really going on in the world today. And that's up to you. But ignorance is the reason why you are sitting here arguing against a man to better himself and thinking that he owes your community something. That's the same thing as saying you mad at the local drug dealer for moving out the hood. Or mad at
what, Jern?
Moving out the hood.
You know what, Jern? I'm
where it is there.
I'm going to put it in this example. For all the people who criticize Deion Sanders' move to Colorado, I want to ask those same people, when working your job, your 9 to 5, how many people were happy that you actually elevated yourself? Or you actually got a better position for yourself? I want to ask them that, because what you're criticizing is what people have done to you also. And how did you feel when that happened to yourself? Again, people just got to look in the mirror and realize that you're throwing rocks at a glass house, because ain't no way 100% of the people agree with you to be at a higher position. Look here, man. We even got a structured Hall of Fame that even Ken Griffey Jr. and Derek Jeter wasn't 100% inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was always that one somebody. So if they can't get in flawlessly and not be and still be ridiculed or criticized, I'm kind of glad Deion did what he did. I'm glad, because the simple fact that he's doing what he has to do to better himself and put his family in a better position. Bottom line. So it's going to be what it's going to be, man. These folks just being on the internet, just talking just because they got the freedom to talk on the internet. Because you get them folks in person, they ain't going to say nothing like that. Period.
So with that being said, real quick, transitioning into college football real quick, I'm just going to give y'all 2 things. I told y'all last week we had a bunch of things that needed to happen, and they all happened. I ain't going to say anything. Just call me Thanos. When I snap my fingers, certain things happen. I just want y'all to know something. TCU showed you yesterday why they're not one of the 4 best teams in the country. In a game like that, you have a team. I just want to put this out there. Trav, can we both agree that Michigan's running game is way more explosive than Kansas State?
Yes.
If you can't stop Kansas State, what makes you think this Michigan run game is not going to rain on you? It's not going to be even worse. They have a guy to consider in Heisman consideration on their roster that plays that position. And you can't stop Kansas State. Not saying that Kansas State's a bad team, but Kansas State's not Michigan. So you have to go play Michigan on a neutral field with that run game, playing at the type of ball they're playing right now with that defense.
Hold up,
And you telling me
before you go there, that ranking that nothing hasn't changed in that top 4.
Not that I know of, because I think they're supposed to be picking today.
Well, I'm finna say, because I'm gonna tell you this, Jerm, you're not gonna see that matchup.
We better not.
We're not gonna see that matchup. You know who your top 4 is going to be, right?
I need to see Georgia. I need to see Michigan. I need to see Ohio State, and I need to see the people that don't nobody want to see.
That's exactly what's going to happen, because USC got beat to sleep.
Beat to sleep ain't the word, Trav. Them folks got beat. Listen, they got hit with a 100-round drum in the second half, and
they got beat to sleep, and TCU got beat. Those are your 3 and 4s. And who was your 5 and 6s?
Well, the people nobody wanted to see.
Exactly. And like I think I was talking to y'all in the group, I was saying, I think Georgia and Michigan should be mad as hell, being that they have to play an extra game in order to just to keep their spot. And Ohio State and Alabama was done playing and still led.
Yeah. But you know what? This is what's wrong with this flawed ass system that we have. Because a conference champion is not conference champions are not equal, Trav. They're not equal.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to be honest, how many people are playing quality competition all throughout the year to begin with? And see, this is what I like. This is what I love. I love when I see former players give me a bunch of reasons why Alabama shouldn't make it. And it be the ones that ain't won no national championships. Them be my favorite ones. Because what it looks like to me is, Trav, every time Alabama goes into the college football playoff as a lower seed, they win the whole thing.
I'm gonna put this out here, and I see it in the comments. I see you, Big Shot. I see you, KG. I see you, Tanya. But the reason that you maybe I'm thinking they may drop, but it may be they may sneak in there. They may sneak with this loss, and that's TCU. Being that was a close game like that. I don't know. Bama may be that odd one out, but for the sake, I'm gonna tell you like this: I wouldn't be surprised if TCU has dropped to 4, but I really would not be surprised if Bama get that spot. So
if TCU dropped to 4, I want y'all to watch this.
Ohio State moving
Georgia, dear college football playoff. TCU can't beat any of the teams in the field, so why are they here?
Mm-hmm.
Dear college football playoff, USC cannot be any teams in the field, so why are we here? Stop. Listen, it's my birthday. I'm feeling myself. Stop bullshitting me, man. Don't put no gas in my car, man. I don't want to see it. I want to see the best 3 games I can see to end the college football season. The 2 best quarterbacks in this year's draft class are on Ohio State and Alabama. Therefore, I want to see the 2 best quarterback and the 2 best prospects in this year's class in the college football playoff in a 1-game scenario where winner take all.
And Bama, lost 2 games this year? What was that? LSU?
And they lost
LSU and Tennessee.
They lost by a total of 4 points this year on a 2-point conversion in overtime. and on a field goal in which their kicker missed the field goal first before the game went over. Man, get out of here, man. They were supposed to beat Tennessee.
Man, it's either one or two things, John, with the college system. We is either stop playing these conference games and expand that playoff field, which the expanded playoff field should be coming 2024, no later than 23. So the end of 23, 24, we should be expanding the playoff field. But in that instance, though, they need to stop with the games and with the conference championship games. And one thing, like we was about to argue about last Sunday, the geographic.
Oh God!
To be it's tough. It's tough because that Big Ten is going to always be discussed because two of your powerhouses on the same side.
And if two of the powerhouses on the same side, how are we truly going to get a Big Ten champion that's going to be fully tested? We don't get Trav, this is something else. We don't get a Big Ten champion that beats Michigan State, Ohio State, Michigan, and Wisconsin. I want you to think about that.
At their peak. If they peaking like they can peak and the other three teams kind of lag off, if Wisconsin is in there, they're gonna win it. If Michigan is in there and they clicking on all cylinders, of course. Ohio State is the same way, and Michigan State is the same way. Those seem like your top four teams in that Big Ten in football.
Yeah. Michigan State extends to basketball, but that's a different story.
Well, Michigan State, and if you're gonna talk about that, you got to put Purdue in there. So we're not gonna talk about that. So.
Yeah. But with all that being said, we got to make sure we understand that the four best teams doesn't have a win-or-loss disparity. The best teams don't always. It's not always about wins and losses when it comes down to systems like this. What it's about is, if a team loses, there is such thing as a quality win. There's a such thing as a bad loss. There's a such thing as a quality win. There's a such thing as a quality loss. A quality loss would be when you lose because you drove down and your kicker missed, and then somebody else's kicker comes back and makes a field goal as time expires.
Man,
that means you did everything you could to win that game, right?
That game there could have got real ugly for Alabama. That game could have got real ugly for Alabama, but they defense stepped up. And their offense stepped back, got back on the grind. They put in the points they need to be put up.
And then they put the game-winning drive together for the kicker to miss. And we sitting here having a conversation about TCU that got stopped on the goal line. Come on, man. I just wanted to make sense. Y'all, we can talk all the smack we want to talk about it, but at the end of the day, you can't deny who's the best team or the best teams, because the best teams always, when Alabama did not play in the SEC championship game, you got to slaughter.
But they should
any
be coming
given
up, though.
Saturday or Sunday is what it's about.
We should see the results either today, no later than Tuesday, but I'm thinking today they should come out with the results, being that all the conference games been played. SEC championship been played yet?
Yeah, they just slaughtered LSU.
So basically,
they beat them folks 50-30.
Man, we know what it is, man. We know what it is. We know what. So
with that being said, on to pressing business. Today, y'all, is a near and dear day to my heart because today is December 4th, 2022. It's my birthday. 33 years old today.
Happy birthday.
But also there's a man who came up north, he's one of the best players in the world at his position. He's a taker in this world. He's been dealing with a lot of things, Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Let's talk about that.
NFL.
Let's talk
His
about
NFL debut with the Browns today.
it.
And I'm excited for this. This is one of the games I'm watching today. I'm watching this game.
And tell the people who is he playing against.
He is playing against the team that has put him through all of this turmoil, that has made his life a living hell. And I want y'all to know something. This is from the deepest pit of my heart. I want him to bring drama. You understand what I'm saying? I want him to be in Houston. I want him to make it rain on those DBs. I want it to be such an emotional loss that they think about burning down the stadium afterwards. I want it to be so bad that the owner for the Houston Texans apologizes publicly for all of the disarray and dismay he has caused.
I was just about to say, I kind of like, when I look at that game, I don't want. Sorry, it has to happen on Lovie Smith's behalf, but this has to happen, and the people that need to understand and to feel that man's pain, if he starts going off on them for 300 plus and 2-3 touchdowns in the rushing one, it's that GM and their owner, because they the ones that they put the plan in play, man. They put the plan in play for him. So that's what I need to see. That's what I need to see.
Trav, we're not gonna really talk too much about anything else. Cleveland, you got an emotional win last week against Tampa. Tampa couldn't handle business. They couldn't close the deal out on y'all.
Right.
Y'all ended up capitalizing and closing the deal out. Now we have a quarterback who hasn't played football in about 2 years. I want to see him come out here and not be rusty, but I know he's going to be rusty. I know it's going to take a little time to get the timing down. But I'm picking the Browns today. I'm picking the Browns disrespectfully. I want 40-13. I want straight drama. Trav, who you got?
I'm going off an emotional standpoint, and I'm just going off of. I just feel that's just the right. It's the right way to do it. I got to go with Cleveland on this, man. I got to go with Cleveland on this. This could either kickstart or start for them to make their late playoff run, or this can be the start of the beginning of next year and see what really could be a powerhouse of a team with a very valuable quarterback. And you got running backs out the frame. You got one of the best running backs in the world on your team. So I'm going Cleveland, man. I'm going Cleveland.
Next game we're gonna go to, we got some games today, Draft. So we might as well listen. Thank God for it be my birthday, and thank God for being off work. Thank God for all this. No. We got the Chiefs and the Bengals, a rematch of the AFC Championship game this year.
Dude,
the only problem
you try to start off early with the
But some of these, it's about 2-3 of these games we ain't gonna spend too much time. But like the Colts and the Cowboys, we ain't spending too much time on that. But the Chiefs and the Bengals, Joe Mixon may not play today, but Jamar Chase is gonna be on the field today.
So he's back healthy. He's healthy.
He's back on the field. Now I'm not gonna say he's back healthy because what he had with them type of fractures, especially in the hip areas and stuff, that's the short area quickness. That's something that helps him as a player. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to see him get re-injured. But this is one of them games. I guess you circled this game. You said you want to be back for this game. Kansas City just looks like a well-oiled veteran squad, man. They look like a team that's been here before. They look like a team that knows what they got going on. I'm excited for this game because I think this game is going to be another classic game. The only quarterback that Patrick Mahomes has not beat yet is Joe Burrow. I want to see if that changes today. If they can go up to Cincinnati and make that happen. I ain't going to lie to you, Trav. Not at full strength. I'm taking the Chiefs today. I think the Chiefs actually make a statement today.
I was just about to say that. I don't like how the Bengals are limping into this. They're really limping into this. I don't like that. I do not like that, not one bit. Dude, it's no way. Travis Kelce is basically being more open than Tyreek Hill when he was there last year. It's like the little gadgets that they got are just as open, which making 87 is no one priority on that field. But Patrick Mahomes is hitting them other guys so well, he's still open.
Mm-hmm.
He's still open. Like, I don't understand the madness, but that's Andy Reid for you. Andy Reid has always been good in putting weapons around his main weapons to make them better. And I'm gonna tell you like this. This team may be better than the one with Tyreek Hill. And y'all know I'm a Cheetah Bowl fan. But yes, I'm going to say it. They're a better team right now because those weapons are not as a higher name, or they don't have the name, but they just as quick. They get open. Who is number 24? Is he a running back? Is he a wide receiver? Is he a split end? Who is he? He's good. Let's just put it that way. He's good. He's getting the ball and getting down the field and oh my God. I mean, it's just, hey man, I don't understand, but I think this Kansas City team is they finna make another. I think they're gonna make another championship run.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make another championship run.
They surely got the quarterback to do it, so that's what makes a difference. Give me Kansas City today. Give me Kansas City 37-25.
Quick college news. Top 4. Yeah. Ohio State, TCU, Michigan, Georgia. Bama is out.
When TCU loses this game tragically to Michigan, I want everybody to do me one favor. I want everybody to look at one thing. You just said that TCU should be in the Final Four because they lost in a conference championship game. If Alabama would have been in that conference championship game in this situation, do you realize that they would have been in a position to potentially upset the number 1 seed? Would you have given them the same consideration, or would you have given Georgia the same consideration that you just gave TCU? And the answer to that question is, y'all have never given that consideration to an SEC team, but you gave it to TCU? All right, bet. And nothing else that needs to be said. I have nothing else to say, Trav. If you got something you want to say, go ahead.
Hey, man, it's the next game, man. Again, like I said, I'm picking Kansas City in this one, man. And they in Cincinnati, or they come down here to Kansas City.
They in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think Kansas City gonna get them. They limping. Bengals still limping into this. Not saying that they can't win, but they're limping into this still.
All right, next game on the docket. 49ers versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to the 49ers.
Oh, this.
I am not going to lie.
What are you doing today? This is your birthday. You don't start off like this.
We got to start off like this.
Dude.
I'm bringing drama just like my boy Deshaun is today.
Dude,
listen,
the
young 49ers and the Dolphins. Trav, we got to talk about this. Because I want to talk about these games first, because some of these games don't need no play.
What's the condition?
This is a game that needs some play.
What's the condition with 19? They talking about a deep thigh bruise or whatever, and he ain't healthy.
Now, here's the key. When it comes to a game like this, if you're the 49ers and Debo is limping, or you don't even feel like he's in a position where you want him to play, don't play him, because you already got other weapons. You already got one of the best run games in the league, one of the three best running games in the league. You also, on top of having that, you got the best left tackle in the world. On top of you having that, You have a defense that is this 49er defense is like, they play like the Tasmanian devil. They get to the football, they get there fast. It all starts in the middle with Fred Warner. And
Yes,
then
sir.
it is aided on the edges by the guy that some of y'all do not like for other reasons, but he is the real deal, and he is for real. Nick Bosa is really that dude. He is really that dude. And I need y'all to understand that as long as he is available and he is able to play, they will always get pressure and unlimited pressure at that, because they have the ability to move him and do things with Armstead, with him, with guys like that. That they have a very, very good defensive line. Not to mention Javon Kinlaw, who I really, really like coming out of
That's your
South
guy.
Carolina.
That's your guy.
We got it's a lot of talent there that they have. So that 49er team is going to really test this Dolphins offensive line today. The key here is the 49ers secondary against the Chiefs skill position players, the Dolphins skill position players. And I called them the Chiefs. I didn't do it on accident. I said it on purpose because this is a Chiefs-like offense. It's very fast. They can beat you in one play, and the more field, the more dangerous they are, because you cannot put a top on that defense when you have the mesh concept working, because Jalen Waddle may be a step slower than Cheetah Bow. And that's a scary combination that you got to deal with. And then you throw in Raheem Mostert, who could be coming back to play against the 49ers.
He's coming back today, but I think he's more on a limited role because what's the other cat, number 23? What's the other cat? They're gonna be
who they got from the 49ers. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Junior. I think it's
Wilson.
Junior. Yeah, Wilson Jr. Yeah, they're gonna do some time, which is cool, which is still good for most, because it keeps them healthy still.
Yep. I mean, every good team should have two or three good running backs.
Yeah,
we're a good team. So this game is tough to pick. I'm gonna be honest. But this is, the most fun part about this game is I don't even want to talk about the quarterbacks, because the quarterbacks are the worst part of the game. All the rest of the matchups are the best part.
But
because the quarterbacks have to play well enough to keep their teams in the game, and Tua has not lost yet as a starter.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, John. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is now, they left and right side is kind of hampered on the offensive line for Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, can Tua get that ball out fast enough for Miami? Right now, I'm picking the 49ers. I'm picking the 49ers.
I'm picking the 49ers too at home. I'm picking the 49ers
on the strength that they can keep Miami off the field with their game, with their type of game. And Jennings and IU, they gonna play ball. They there for the smoke. But it's just that run game dictates a lot. And especially when you got Super Gremlin on that left side, then you got 85 pulling and blocking everywhere too, and he can catch. You keep a team like Miami out the field, they can't score.
And here's my last point that I'm going to make before I give you a score prediction. The other part about this game that we probably don't need to discuss, but it's probably a very, very intricate part of it, is the 49ers are in a very, very unique situation. They have not only a running game that can go crazy, not only a passing game that can be very, 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 very efficient and effective and lethal, but the one thing that we haven't accounted for yet is that besides having Kittle and Debo and Christian McCaffrey and Ayuk, they still have other guys around them that are very, very good players as well. And defensively, if they get pressure, that takes away the time from Tua, from him being able to get the ball to his playmakers.
Exactly.
I'm really going to be intrigued today that the 49ers are playing with house money, whether Debo's on the field or not. Because if the 49ers are able to win without Debo on the field against the Dolphins, that kind of shows you where the Dolphins' deficiencies are. and that is going to be protecting the quarterback. And if that is going to be the case, that's going to be a problem. But hey, Miami, you gave up that first round pick for Bradley Chubb for a game like this. You got Jalen Phillips for a game like this. Melvin Ingram, games like this. These are the games that you have to show us that you can get after the passer. And against this team, if you can get after the 49ers, you can get after anybody.
And that's what I was about to ask you. Would you take a defensive line of Miami against a healthy offensive 49er line, or would you take an unhealthy Miami line against a healthy defensive line of San Francisco?
Well, you got to take the San Francisco line.
Got to take San Francisco. You limping into this game going up against Bosa. Limping into this game going against Bosa.
Nick Bosa is the best player on the field defensively, and it's just not. And Bradley is a second, but Nick is the best player on the field, and it's really not really. It's just still a gap. It's still a gap. And Bradley is a dog. Don't get me wrong. I love Bradley, but Nick Bosa is the best player on the field on both sides of the ball, and that includes Trent Williams. And Trent Williams is probably one of the best left tackles we've seen since those big name guys.
Super Gremlin, man. Super Gremlin is my guy, man. Super Gremlin is my Trent. I like Trent, man. I ain't too many offensive linemen that I follow, and Trent is one of them, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't mad at them. All right. Next game on the docket we're going to actually go to a fun game here. The Jaguars versus the Lions. Trav, I don't know why, but I feel like this game is going to be so much fun. I feel like we're going to get like 30 points apiece from the teams. I feel like we're going to have I feel like this is a great game for a Sunday, especially my Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a really good game.
I'm not a gambling person like that, but if you are picking either one of these teams and y'all talk about the combined score spread is at 60, put your money on. Because I think they're gonna combine for 60 points.
I think we get 62 at least.
I think they're gonna combine for like 60. This is gonna be a fun game because the Jaguars is no slouch. Is ETN playing?
They don't even need him to play because you know what?
Because you got Hasty, whatever.
And Hasty is playing pretty well. But the other part about this that's real fun is that all of these players that the Jags have now have their role. So now they're thriving in it. And then the Lions get one of their first round picks back today. Jamison Williams from Alabama last year.
Yes.
He comes back today. So I'm going to be really interested to see how he looks with Jared Goff. But I want y'all to know he is as fast as a lot. For him to be 6'2", you're going to see him run. You're going to say, that look like Julio Jones.
I would tell you like this about the Detroit Lions that really it's like, wow, this is a different Lions team, and you know what they're gonna do, and you still can't stop it. If that ball is 5 yards and in, your first two plays is going to number 30. Their offensive line is gonna get nasty. They're gonna push you. They're gonna get them 2 or 3 yards that first play. And if they don't get 2 or 3 yards that second play, they gonna have to throw it, and then you're gonna give it to Swift. But when they get down to the goal line inside that 5, they get nasty. They're gonna put that ball in the end zone. So again, this is gonna be a fun game. Man. Who do I want to pick? You know what? I'm gonna pick the Lions today. I'm picking the Lions today.
Okay. Give me the Jags today. You're coming off an emotional win against the Ravens last week. I'm going to say we're going to continue that momentum this week. I don't think it's an easy game, but give me the Jags today. Give me the Jags 37-35. I just really want a good game. I want a shootout type energy. I want this game to be so good that they talk about this as a game of the week. You know, even though we got some really good games. All right, next game on the docket. We're going to go to the Chargers and the Raiders. This, ironically, Trav, is going to be a good game.
Of course.
Why? Because we already know, for whatever reason it is, it just seems like Justin Herbert and the Chargers are cursed. It just feels like they can never get right.
And
Meanwhile, the
it ain't
Raiders,
even Justin Herbert's fault, though. That's the sad.
it's not. It's just the team he went to. And then, meanwhile, on the other side of this, the Raiders finally found the antidote to win.
It's number 28.
Hand the ball to number 28. Hand the ball to number 28, and he will run. And he will be the best player on the field every Sunday if you allow him to be.
Y'all have heard me talk, like, off camera. Y'all have heard me talk about the way he runs that ball, man. He runs that ball with a purpose. He's been doing that since he was in Alabama. He runs with a purpose, and he's low center of gravity. He know how to catch. He takes it. Y'all seen him take it to the house 86 yards last Sunday.
For game.
Ball game. He's good. He's good. And I think David Carr needs to. Did I say that right, or Derek?
Derek.
Either way, Carr needs to find him more often. When all else fails, go to 28. He need to be somewhere around. Yes, Devontae is one of the best wide receivers in the game. You got to give him the ball. But two things you have to do, Raiders: establish your run, and when all else fails, bail out to 28.
Yep. So who are you rolling with today?
Nah. Give me the Raiders, man. Give me the Raiders.
I agree. I'm going with the Raiders today. I feel like they found the antidote. So as long as they do that, they can make a little bit of noise, make the division a little tighter.
The reason why I picked them is because I just looked at your background. It is black and white, and it looks like a formula. And a formula is finally kicking up a little smoke. So that's what that is.
I mean, hey, look, that's what it is. The next game on the docket, Seahawks are traveling to LA to visit the Rams. I'm going to tell you this. Geno Smith is playing some of the best quarterback we've seen him play in his career. And Geno deserves some respect. This Rams team is not the same Rams team. So, with that being said, Seahawks, I expect you to win today.
They gotta get them back. They gotta get them back. Because they shouldn't have lost that game the way they lost against that was the Raiders. Shouldn't have lost it. Shouldn't have lost it. I think they get back, man. I mean, the Rams, man, they hurt. They hurt.
Well, just remember this: a hit dog will holler.
Yeah, because 99 is still one of them hurt dogs that he's still one of the best at what he does.
Because he is what it is. Now, the next game on the docket we're going to go to is Sierra's husband versus Kodak Black best friend. We got the Broncos traveling to Baltimore to see the Ravens.
And we ain't gonna stay long. This is one of them you better games for Baltimore.
You better bounce back against this team because they ain't on nothing right now.
Because they're another team that shouldn't have lost last week. Shouldn't have lost against Jaguars. But
I'm gonna say something real interesting. And all you guys and all y'all probably gonna be interested to hear what I gotta say right now. Lamar Jackson did not play bad last week. Lamar Jackson last week played one of the better games he's ever played as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
However, the people around him dropped passes, did not complete catches, and ultimately, that is the reason why they lost. Did he have bad plays in the game? Sure. But Lamar was a big part of why they could have had more points if people completed catches in certain spots and people did certain things. So, with that being said, The Jaguars did not play them last week. The Ravens just showed that they go down to their competition. So in this situation, don't go down to Denver's level because you score 17 points, you'll get your ass kicked.
That's the worst thing about sports, man. Your team and their ability to play on a certain level. If you're a team that plays on a high level, you need to keep going on a high level. You just got certain teams that just they play to the level of their competition. That's not good. That's not good. It's good when you're playing higher competition, but it's not good when you playing lower competition. You should be on a higher level at all times.
This is how it be. I'm taking the Ravens today.
I am too. Give me Baltimore.
Next game, division game. We got the Commanders going to play the New York Giants. I like this game. Rumor has it Chase Young is trying to see if he can play today.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't play today if I was him, because if I don't play today, that means I get this week and next week off, and I can be ready for week 15, and we can come out here and we can make some noise for the last couple weeks of the season.
Get that last
That
run.
means getting healthy at the right time.
Right.
And that's going to be important as we try to make a push for a spot in this playoff. Look, man, this whole division, Trav, this whole division deserves to be in the playoffs this year.
They tough. It's tough. It's tough. And it's sad that it's only going to be two teams. It's sad it's going to only be two teams.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. Because you got your Vikings.
You know what? I was just about to say that. Keep going. Keep going.
You got the 49ers, and then you got, besides them, you're going to have the Seahawks or the Rams, right? Which I think is probably going to be the Seahawks. If you look at that with them three teams, then you still got the division winner.
You got the because they doing 7 because they doing 4 division leaders and three playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, if Philly win it, Dallas right there, Giants right there, Washington is making their run. So it can be that. It can be that. Because ain't number one person coming out the South. And if you ain't winning that division in the South, you ain't getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, right now, like trash. If the playoffs started today, all 4 of those teams would be in the playoff. And the Seahawks wouldn't be in, the 49ers, the Vikings, and Tampa. So it'd be Tampa, the Vikings, and it'll go a little something like this. It'll go Eagles, Vikings, 49ers, Tampa, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders.
I said it.
So I want everybody to understand that's how tight this division is. If anybody needs this game today, I think the Commanders need the game. But I think the Giants are the better team. But it's still scary because we don't know what the Commanders really are because they don't even have their best player. Give me the Giants today.
I'm with you on that. I was about to say, give me the Giants. Give me the Giants. But I would not be surprised if Washington pulled this stunt. I would not be surprised.
Next game on the docket. We got correspondents over there. We got the Steelers traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. We got Tanya and Jaquan on straight Steeler business out there.
Yep.
In the ATL. I just want to make this really, really easy. Steelers, you got to score 24 points in order for you to be formidable enough to help the defense out.
You know what Atlanta gonna do? They run the ball. Can they stop it? I think Pittsburgh need to win this. I'm not picking Atlanta in anything, but Pittsburgh need to win this. This is for morale purpose. This is for morale. I mean, Steelers, are they gonna make the playoffs? Probably not. But this is moving forward for next year also. So you kind of need this win. I think the Steelers need this win today. They need this win today.
I'm with you on that. Give me the Steelers today. I think the Steelers win by 3, 17-14. I just think that this is a game in which the Steelers can control the quarterback enough to really make this a game that the defense can kind of start shaping itself into form, moving toward the playoffs.
Big
So give me
Cam,
the Steelers.
Cam Hayward. This is a Cam Hayward type of game, right?
Next game on the docket. We're gonna spend too much time on this. Packers versus the Bears.
Bears. Bears.
I just want to ask a question. Is Aaron Rodgers playing today?
No.
So that means Jordan Love playing.
You know what?
Give me
I'm
the
still
Packers.
going to Bears. I'm going Bears.
Give me the Packers because Jordan Love showed last week a couple of things that are going to be really, really interesting moving toward the future.
I think if he had 2 more minutes, that game would have been tied. I think 2 more minutes. I think young fella would have tied their game because he was feeding the other young fella. The wide out, was it number 9, whatever? All he did is so touchdown. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, he's something special.
I just shake my head, man, because Jordan Love has all the goods. So with Aaron Rodgers going out like this,
Oh,
I
they
just want to see
saying
him
he
win.
is playing. Oh my God. Arrogant Aaron is being the Grinch that stole Christmas again. He's doing it again. He's playing.
Well, give me the Packers today. What solves the Packers rut more than seeing the Bears?
Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. And when the Bears win, they will sit Aaron Rodgers down next game.
Okay.
There's no hope for them getting in the playoffs.
Last 2 games, Trav. We're going to start with the Jets traveling to Minnesota to play against the Vikings. I got sauce.
I got sauce. Is he going to travel? They saying he's not.
He better not travel because that's all you can eat right there.
They say they asked was he gonna travel. They saying that he's not gonna travel. That's man. Oh well. Give me Minnesota though, man. I mean, I like where the Jets are heading. They're heading in the right direction as a team, but Captain Kirk, man, ain't too many times we holler about Captain Kirk.
No,
he ain't.
Only captain we've been acknowledging lately is Crunch, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, he's not giving you misleading numbers this year.
I mean, I think we've taken the gluten out of his food that he was serving. We've taken that gluten-free thing out, and we've starting to focus more on the things that matter. And they finally went and got another pass rusher. They finally went and they're trying to build up the defense. They got rid of a lot of the guys that they didn't want to get rid of that were kind of holding them back. And it wasn't because of anything other than maybe age. But we're talking about a situation where the team just looks totally different than what they did last year. And they look different partly because of the coaching staff. So with that being said, I'm taking the Vikings as well. I'm hoping that we get a really, really good game out of this for the purpose of the Jets. But I hope that the big thing for the Jets is I hope they figure out this quarterback situation in a way in which it doesn't become detrimental to the quarterback. Right. Because at some point, you got to just say that you're going to live with the quarterback or not. And that's just what it is. Can't draft him at the spot you did.
Right.
So with that being said, I'm taking the Vikings. You said you're taking the Vikings as well?
I'll be happy for the Jets if they win. I'd be happy for the Jets if they win, but I gotta take the Vikings. I gotta take the Vikings on this one.
Last game, and I saved this game for last because the proverbial best team in the NFL is hosting the Tennessee Titans, which is one of the most quiet teams in the NFL, low key. When I say Tennessee is a quiet team, we talk about a team that's quietly 7-4 and currently is in a situation where they would be tied with not only just the Bengals and the Ravens, but they would technically be ahead of the Chargers if the playoffs had started today. And they're also tied with the Jets at 7-4.
And where Tennessee going to?
They're going to Philly.
Give me Philadelphia, man. Give me Philadelphia. Give me Philadelphia. Because Tennessee is doing the same thing record-wise and winning-wise like the New Orleans Saints. They good in the regular season. I got to see them in the playoffs, John.
See, the problem here is they just don't play very well in the games that they need to play very well in.
They play to the level of their competition.
And it's partly because their quarterback is not he ain't that dude like that. So it don't make it no better.
Hey. I think Philadelphia is that they front is big enough to stop that locomotive. They front is big enough. They swarm to the ball well, very well. Philadelphia defense swarms to the ball. That front seven swarms to the ball very well. As you seen, what was that? That was Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
They swarm like bees. They swarm like bees. Philadelphia, they're a good team. They're a good team. You can't question like how we question, like we have to say like they quietly good. It's not an underhanded compliment, but when you're quiet and good, it's like, okay, you good, we see you, but okay. When you talk about Philadelphia, though, they're good. They're good. All those players know their purpose. And the purpose and the engine that runs that is Jalen Hurts. But the brains behind that is Kelsey. We're talking about another Kelsey. Kelsey is the brains that runs that whole thing for Philly. That center, is he the best center in the league?
Could be.
Like, I ain't never seen a dude hike the ball, call out the protection, hike the ball, pull, make quality blocks. And they got 3 backs. And then you got the little skeleton cat from Bama. Then you got Brown out there. Dude, give me Philly, man. Give me Philly. Give me Philly.
I think you kind of have to go with Philly because the only thing that's going to help this Titan team is if that defense comes out and gets turnovers and scores points to help the offense. Or if the offensive line dominates the line of scrimmage and moves people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard for me to go against Minnesota when it comes down, the Titans when it comes down to this. But it's hard for me to pick them. What is what I'm trying to say. So give me the Eagles today. They go to 11-1 as we get ready to come down the stretch, as we get ready to see some of these more of these division games.
Right.
I'm letting y'all know now. I'm going to give y'all a quick bold prediction. If the Browns somehow, some way end up winning today and they go to 5-7,
Mm-hmm.
here are their next 4 games. The Bengals, the Ravens, the Saints, the Commanders. Don't be surprised if they go on a run and they end up back in the thick of things in that division.
Hold up. Name them teams again.
The Bengals, the Ravens, the Saints, and the Commanders.
That may be the toughest four. If you're talking about strength of schedule for the last 4 games, they may got it the toughest.
Here's the problem. The Bengals is a team that they seem to be able to have their number. The Ravens would have to travel to Cleveland to beat them with Deshaun Watson. The Saints are struggling at quarterback. And the Commanders are probably going to be the hardest team because of the pressure and things that they'll be able to get on the quarterback.
Correct.
But we still got to be able to score. And that's going to be the key thing.
Yeah.
And then they finish it with the Steelers. The Browns have a chance to win out and get in on a playoff type of situation.
Mm-hmm. Who you got, Jern? You going Philly?
Yeah, I'm going Philly.
I figure you said it. I just wanted to hear it again just to make sure. Yeah, I'm going Philly, man. So,
With that being said, y'all,
yes, sir.
this has been the Sunday morning preview show. Views from the 22, live on the 94 channel. Scene page will be up soon. We just got to do a couple things to make sure to ensure that we're all able to get into the page. That's coming soon. With all of that being said, shouts out to Mo, shouts out to Vic. They couldn't make it today. We had a great replacement. We go with our guy Trav. At the end of the day, man, make sure y'all enjoy the games and make sure y'all be on the lookout because Monday night we got a game Monday night. We're gonna have to talk about.
Yes, sir.
That being said, 22. Enjoy the games, y'all. We out.